self-satisfaction. You make a product. And my question is very, very clear now, very rude. Don't take it that rude, but I put it black-white, I put it rude. Is quality control adding to your product?
Yes.
Why?
No. If we are working as per our requirements, like the police and given task.
Okay, you say if we are going to, then it's part of the process, because you sell a product with a control sheet, dimensional control sheet. So that's part of the process. But if I am checking as a quality manager, if someone has done his job very well, that's not part of the process. That's because we suppose that the activity is not done properly. Why is she not done properly? Because maybe the instruction, maybe this, maybe that, maybe that. But quality control is only part of the process if your customer asks for a certificate. Is reducing the need for process control people. Okay? Bomb. A bomb in the room. Yeah, but be really black, white, and realize that. Realize that. Now, why do you need them really? Outside of the, let's say, if a customer asks a certificate. There's one thing that is very, very important for quality control people. No operator can scrap a product. No operator can scrap a product. An operator, when he does a check, when he does a control, he makes something suspicious. But he cannot scrap a product because his knowledge, his capability, his whatever is not sufficient to have a clear view. Is this now really scrap? And there you need process control people. There you need the people who have the knowledge, who know how to control, who know what to do, who know how to evaluate and to say, okay, this product, you made it suspicious, it's indeed scrap, or it's not scrap, we can put it in back because it's still okay. That's the main thing of quality control people.
So they check all the parameters, geometrical parameters, and further processes.
Okay.
When that this process is okay, then we start the next step.
May I put it a little bit shorter? Maybe it's not okay then, but then you tell me. Quality assurance says the process is okay. The way we do it now is okay.
The system is okay.
The system is okay. It's not the same. You say the system is okay, he says the process is okay, we can start going. It's not the same. You realize, you say in the beginning, they check if everything is okay, and they really test something. So they do tests. Can be in, let's say they do ultrasonic test of a welding. They measure something. These are your quality control people. They have instructions how to test. They know what the result must be. But they are not part of the process unless the customer asks for it. I work for Mercedes-Benz many times, audit companies. You know that in an automotive foundry in Europe, there is no quality control. They rely completely on the process. And the quality control is let's say, I may not say no, but it's nearly gone. It's nearly gone. And they have that they say, okay, 1 on 1,000, we check this and that. 1 on that, we check this and that. That is what they do. But they just do the tests. Quality assurance, what are they doing? They check if the instructions are followed. If they don't follow the instructions, you have to check continuously if the instructions are followed. When I come in companies and I say internal audit, yes sir, we have an instruction that we do it twice per year. The most stupid answer you can have. You do it every day. You do it every day. You know, if I am the general manager and I go through my company, through my shop, and someone is doing something wrong, if I say nothing,
Then within all those quality control parameters or instructions, we all follow and then we test it. And this is called as a PA over there.
okay. We have a test piece. You make 1 part, you make 5 parts, it's 1 run. You can be lucky, you can have bad luck. How can you say that 1 run established policy? And how much parts that are, that depends on your production. If you have a batch production, it can be 1 for the test part and it can be 3 for the pilot series. If you have, of course, a serial production, then maybe its test part is 100 and the pilot series is 500.
You are talking mass production. Mass production.
Yeah, depending on what, you must...
I would like to explain something that this is what you are talking about is very much applicable to the production, mass production. But as we are belonging to the jobbing, therefore
Our products are diversified.
Yes, customized product according to customer requirement, and we have to produce only a single product for the customer for one time only. Therefore,
So you tell me.
Then you give 6 tons, 7 tons, 8 tons.
I know.
12 tons.
I have worked a lot in the foundry. I work also.
But not always.
But some others, how do you do the pilot series of the test part? How do you do it? Not.
We basically select 3 to 5 limbs basically and perform the bench test. Basically,
Okay. The best is the operator itself. Make sure, again, that if you make an instruction, that you get a mentality, a system in your company, that the operator can give commands. And don't just give him the opportunity and then say, because I also know that they are in the basket without reading it. No, read them carefully, because they know what's happening. I have seen that operators are more clever concerning the job they do than all your engineers. Even cleverer than me. Many times I have experienced that. Because they know exactly when something goes wrong. They know it. I give you an example here of a machine shop in Pakistan. He was in the CBI program. We walk through to the shop, and I see one operator with a CNC machine. And he had this thumb on the emergency knob, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and then it went off. I looked at that knob. The color was nearly disappeared from that knob. So it was not just that time. He did it many times, I was sure. Otherwise, the color must still be there. So I asked the general manager who was going with me. I said, "Why is he doing that?" "I don't know." Don't go now to him, because for him it's special. There is a guy from the Western there and with the general manager, and if you ask them at that moment, they will never give you a good answer. They feel threatened, and I said, "Stop, don't do it." We go to the engineer. So we stepped in the engineering department and we said, we saw that. Why is he doing that? He must not do that. That's not necessary. Now, I have found no one in the world just for fun doing this and then that. No one does that. Think it yourself. Are you doing for fun something like that? Who is difficult and then each time? No. He has a reason. And you engineer don't know it. No. This is according to the rules. We have a program for that. Machining conditions are set, and we have talked with the tool manufacturer. This is it. Good? Okay. Then I asked the general manager, "Can you talk this evening with that operator? When I'm gone, when you see him, or tomorrow morning before I come back, talk with him." And he came the next morning, and what did he say? Operator said, "From time to time, there is a part with a much higher hardness. If I just push the knob then boing, my tool is broken. And I get on my head. Why? That tool was costing €100. And he was blamed several times that he broke the tool. So what does he do? He pushed that, of course, and when he hears something goes wrong, because I hear it, bang, and he changed everything, and then he went on. Not listening to the signals operators are giving. And then, I can tell you later, I told them, "Why do you accept that some are harder than the others? Do you have an incoming inspection?" "No, we only have a certificate of the supplier." "Okay, then you have to blame the supplier. But if you make now an incoming inspection, and you take out the harder ones, just 1 minute and you take out the harder ones, what is the result then? Maybe you can increase for the soft ones the conditions, that you can do it much quicker. And for the harder ones, you decrease the conditions, just for the harder ones." 6 weeks later, he phoned me and said, "Staff, 12% efficiency increase. They have now 2 programs." What did they do? Just incoming inspection, split it in 2, and it was listen to the operator. You don't know what potential you have there in the operators. They know what's happening. They know what to do. They know exactly when something is wrong. Don't think they are stupid. They know exactly when something is wrong. Please listen to them and involve them. I think the tea is now ready, so we have the break and then we go on after the break.
अभी 15 minutes की break है जी.
Taken a project ourselves, and we replaced all those hydraulic systems with the pneumatic systems. So now we don't have any high strain over there, and no worker is involved for transportation of that 80 kg component. From the first operation to the last operation, it is being carried by the pneumatic conveyor system, which is on the machines, and we are just producing 52 components per day. So I don't have the correct figure. In the past, it may be 10 or 15 components. We are getting components.
Okay. So the word here is mechanization and automation. Yeah.
It is the use of technology.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah, in the end, replace labor by machines, right?
Automation.
Automation, that's what's happening. And if you want to stay competitive, if other countries are doing it, you have to do it yourself. There was another... Auto parts, yes.
And we have about 15% export. About 1 year ago, we are
May I ask where? To what country do you export?
ZF Germany.
Germany.
Yes.
Okay.
1 year ago, we were facing some problem with productivity of a specified component for that ZF Germany. And then we hired the SMEDA with some Japanese expert. And then we made a lot of works, cycle time study, transportation, process layout, I mean transportation. Then we came to know that there is a lot of unnecessary movements of our parts.
What was that?
Unnecessary movement of parts. In between the parts, the part has to go to some inspection stage, and then from some correct direction that was wrongly laid out. Then we rearrange layout, we immediately we place the correct direction immediately after machining, and then immediately we made an inspection stage, and then washing and then packing. And we got one piece flow of that particular product. Our current before improvement production was 300 pieces per day, 2 shifts, 22 hours. After improvement, it has gone to 1100, about 3.5 times.
There you go.
So
This afternoon, we hope that someone of you has the guts to present this job here for everyone. Yeah? Someone of you give the real case here, and that we can all share it with each other, see what he has found, where the influences are, and so on, because there we learn. You learn what other people in a totally different product, in a totally different situation do, can also help you. Can also help you. So, we don't point for the moment one, but we hope that in, let's say, mid-afternoon, we have a volunteer to present what they have done.
एक कंपनी को अपने आप को जो भी प्रोसेस समझे तो एक प्रोसेस पकड़ ले ताकि वो उसको फिर ना एक एज केस स्टडी आके उसको फिर सारे लोग शेयर कर सकें। तो एक वॉलंटियर कंपनी को जो भी करना चाहिए तो ज़्यादा कर अपने आप को ऑफर कर दें। इसके बाद एक्सरसाइज
large enterprises get most of the credit. So there is a missing link as well in terms of access to credit for the SME sector, which needs to be taken care of. There has been a lot of activity in terms of setting up funds, but I think there has to be some sort of consolidated effort and a more comprehensive attempt to enable this sector, which is shy of approaching the banks, which thinks it doesn't stand a chance compared to the larger enterprises, which thinks that whatever they can invest, that should come from their own pockets. But I think unless this thing is addressed, we will not be able to be as successful as, say, Turkey, Brazil, Chile, etc. Right now, although in our country, unfortunately, so far, the credibility of the data is not 100%, but we are slowly reaching a stage where our data, I think, is becoming more credible day by day. On the basis of whatever data that we have, we are just spending 1 cent per capita, 1 cent per capita on the SME sector. And countries like Brazil, they are spending more than $7 per capita. Even in our own backyard, India is spending almost 90 cents per capita. So right now our target is to have a business plan developed, which if it is approved and funded, would set a benchmark of at least $1 per capita, which should be and can be attained within the next 5 years. And then our ultimate model, of course, is to reach a stage where, for example, Brazil is these days. It may be wishful thinking on our part, but I think without emphasis on the SME sector, without their training, without the skill development, without giving them opportunities for technical innovation, for marketing, for quality control, for reducing the cost of doing business, for ensuring timely deliveries, the entire chain, until and unless that is taken care of, I'm afraid we cannot reach the stage where we can also go for sustained economic growth. You see that economic growth is always either export-led or investment-based. So, last year was also done a very good job at the engineering development board, and I assure you that under my stewardship, SMEDA would always be looking out for opportunities to develop linkages with our international partners, to develop linkages with our sister organizations, and to ensure that this important component, that is training and skill development, gets the attention that it deserves. I congratulate all of you, and I hope you must have picked up a lot of valuable tips, and I hope that you continue to show the same zeal and energy in terms of improving your own knowledge, in terms of learning from international best practices, and in terms of trying to do justice to your respective job. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Mr. Saifullah Sabri. Mr. Mohammed Kashif. Mr. Mohammed Asif Taimur. Mr. Akil Ahmed. Mr. Naimullah Khan. Mr. Umair Aslam. Mr. Nadeem Ali. Mr. Shahid Mahmood. Mr. Mohammad Nasir. Mr. Qasim Mohammad Raj. Mr. Imran Jamil. Mr. Mohammad Rizwan Nadeem. Mr. Asif Ali. Mr. Imran Mohammad Farooq. Mr. Sibikutullah. Mr. Mohammad Bilal. Mr. Rizwan. Mr. Tariq Salim. Mr. Farhan Rafiq. Mr. Kashif Yunus. Mr. Nasir Hussain Dar. Mr. Faisal Leen. Mr. Hamza Amjad Wazir. Mr. Haider Saeed. Mr. Kaisar Wasiq.
Last but not the least, of course.
And myself.
We would request to stay please, distinguished. We would like to present shields.
Trainers have on this message. They will come all the way.
Thank you.